Hello everyone! Once again, we are already on the third step of National Education Cycle. Congratulations! And today we're going to talk about Global Volunteer Exchange Standards. Basically, exchange standards are the ones that are provided for all the products in ISEC organization. We will be talking about mainly about the global volunteer, and today we will structurize our mind in terms of knowledge of exchange standards. Cool. So definition, which is standards, it's basically for us a level of quality of exchanges that we are actually provide to our partners and to our uh, youth, to our customers. And our exchange standards are exactly that, the level of quality of our products. When we deliver on our standards, our EPs go through the experience that was promised to them in the first place. Cool. So blocks via customer flow, standards by customer flow stages. Basically, right now we are having somehow new exchange standards which are more structured, and new exchange standards, eight of them delivered by the timeline, they all happen before the first day of work, which means before the exchange starts officially. And it's about preparation standards from first standard to 8, which is personal goal setting, outgoing preparation, insurance to be done, and expectation setting, visa and work permits, arrival pickup, accommodation, and incoming preparation. 7 standards from them are experience standards, which is from 9th to 15th standards. They delivered also by timeline. Some of them have to happen at the same time of the experience. And finish until the last day of the exchange with departure support. One standard, which is post-experience standard, it's 16th standard. It's debrief with ISEC after the experience finishes and the EP is back. So this is how actually all new exchange standards look like, and a small clarification that new exchange standards cover preparation, experience, and post-experience phases of the customer flow that we were talking about on the second National Education Cycle session. And considering preparation, the formal points where our leads and are considered customer flow after payment on approval. So delivered by home entity, which means by us, by our global volunteer department, we are the ones who are final responsible for these 4 standards, which is personal goal setting, outgoing preparation, insurance, and debrief with ISEC. These are 4 standards should be provided only by us. If we are not providing this, 100% our EP will not have this life-changing experience that he should have in order to become a great leader. And delivered by host entity, and these are the amazing, huge work by incoming global volunteer of host entity, but it doesn't mean that we as outgoing global volunteer are not responsible for these standards. Of course, we are responsible by how. Actually, we are the ones who are in contact with oGV, with incoming global volunteer of host entity directly, so we can make sure that all these standards are provided. That's why we are using as outgoing global volunteer exchange standards tracker in order to make sure that all our EPs, all our exchange participants are having all of these standards at the same time that are provided not only by host entity but also by home entity as it is. So again, this is the final picture of exchange standards, and don't forget to read through every single exchange standards. Here is the actually of the non-mandatory standards, which is needs to be provided in order for us to make sure that our EP has a great experience and he will be completed or she will be completed. We need to provide 14 to 16 standards that needs to be fulfilled, and they are named as mandatory standard. Mandatory standard, it's number 6 arrival pickup, also 9 on first day of work, 12 working hours, and departure support. All of these standards are super mandatory. If one of them are not provided, our EP will not be completed. Of course, our MOS is completed, which means that it needs to be the EP needs to be realized, and of course all standards should be provided. And our measure of success continues to be completed. A completed experience is the result of an experience that is realized and the fulfillment at least 14 out of 16 quality standards. Don't forget about this, and don't forget to read of every single exchange standards through the booklet that is going to be also here. And yeah, of course this is something that you should also know and explain to every single exchange participant in order for him to make sure that these standards will be provided by organization, by host and home entity. So yeah, don't forget to read every single one of them to be aware of this, and take a quiz to check your knowledge. And if you have any doubts or questions, again, don't forget to approach me. See you soon. Thank you so much.